しいの？感謝。調整完了。ここ勝手に触らないでって言ったよね。気を緩めずに行きますよ。一気にそれそれそれ。悪い子が来たみたいですね。油断せずやっちゃうっすよ。無駄な抵抗はやめるって。それそれそれ。えい深い成功。感謝。それ避けられるものなら避けてみなさい。期間調整完了。一気に叩き込みます。みんなの期待を裏切らない。畳みかけましょう。界の守り手として全力でいくっす。無理届かないっすよ。それそれそれ。気を緩めずに行きますよ。私成長した。それはアダミンさんのおかげだよ。
The deep space is right ahead. The deep space is right.
had no time for that. And when I made a plan, you always felt boring. And I don't know why I'm still in love, yeah. You never cared about gifts, never cared nothing. Is it that you had no time for that? And when I made a plan, you always felt boring. And I don't know why I'm still in love, yeah. You never care about gifts.
faith if I'm with you. I'm with you. You gon' burn me.
Have you ever wondered? Yeah, let's go! Let's go! Hang on, let me get my keys. Yeah! What the? Hang on a second. Scooter, just wait. What? Will you just hang on a second? Hang on! Just wait! Hang on, Scooter, just one moment, please. Let me in. All right, I'm ready. What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics, and today I have something very special for you. The rare and unique Russian KS-23 4-gauge shotgun. So between 1970 and 1980, Russia decided that 12-gauge was not big enough for their needs. So they decided to make the massive KS-23 4-gauge shotgun. This thing was made for Russian police and special forces to handle riots and pretty much everything in between. So Russia had a surplus of rejected aircraft 23mm barrels that were not suitable for high pressures, but made perfect shotgun barrels. So they decided to just turn them into massive 4-gauge shotguns. The KS-23 shotgun was designed to fire all kinds of rounds, everything from less lethal like rubber buckshot, tear gas, flares, all the way to buckshot and slugs. And pretty much everything in between. There's some really crazy rounds that were designed for this gun. The original KS-23 had several different variants. The one we have today is the short version with an optional stock. Now, fun fact about the KS-23 shotguns, there were some imported to the US. The numbers are a little foggy, but estimates are between 20 and 50, but most people think around 30 is all that made it to the United States. But they did not come to the US as KS-23s. They were imported as BFG-1s, and they were basically giant hunting shotguns that were 4-gauge. We have actually already had some fun with a BFG-1 on this channel, but today we're gonna have some fun with this KS-23. This thing did indeed start its life as a BFG-1, but it went through a midlife crisis and now it's a KS-23. And real quick, here is a look at the ammo. This is a 12-gauge shell, and this is the brass 4-gauge shotgun shell for the KS-23. This is around a 1-ounce load, and your slugs are around 1 ounce, while this is about 2.5 ounces of shot and fires a 1,000 grain slug. And now I think that's enough talky. Let's go get set up and see what this thing can do. But before we start blasting stuff, okay, first things first, we're just gonna take a few shots with the KS-23, see if it functions and see how hard it kicks. I have 3 rounds for us to start out with. It's 2.5 ounces in each shell. One is number 8, number 5, and number 2 shot. I'm not really sure if this thing holds 3 shells or 2. Let's find out. There's 1. There's 2. Let's see if it holds 3. Oh, it holds 3. All right, I'm pretty excited. Now let's see if it'll even load a shell. Let's see if we have a malfunction. Oh man, I am excited. All right, here we go. First shot. See if she ejects. Oh, yeah. Oh. Man, the KS-23 is nothing to shake a stick at. So one of the main reasons for the KS-23 being invented was for riots and things like that. So up next, I have some 4-gauge, less lethal rounds. I have a double rubber ball round, and I have nylon buckshot. Okay, the double rubber ball is up first. Here we go. Didn't do a whole lot to him, which I guess that's the point, right? Now, for the nylon buckshot. Here we go. So the rubber balls and the nylon buckshot hit the dummy, but did not damage him too badly. We don't have any cracks or marks or anything like that. So I would say they're pretty effective. And now I'm gonna go call Houston Jones. Oh, I just winged him. Oh, almost. Okay, well now let's see what this thing can really do. Our first target is gonna be 3 gallons of whole milk, AKA absolute poison. I'm allergic. So I'm gonna try out this stock and see what it's all about, and I'm loaded up with 3 rounds. First is gonna be the nylon buckshot. Second is gonna be number 5 shot, and then third, a 1,000 grain slug. Okay, here we goes, the nylon buckshot. Did nothing. I don't think we had very much compression on that. Let's try out the number 5 shot. Here we go, right in the middle. Oh! Much better. Much better. Now, the slow, oh, here we go. Now the 1,000 grain slug. Woo! Number 5 shot did a good job. I think I just nicked it with the slug. These sights may be a little off. And I've still got 1 gallon of milk left, but I'm all out of ammo. So another specialty of the KS-23, from what I've read, I'm just kidding, I can't read, from what I've heard, is that it's good at breaching doors. So we have a door here with several different handles, and we're gonna see if we can get through it. So first, I'm loaded up with a wax slug, and I guess I'm just gonna take a shot at this one right here. Okay, here we Sorry about that. Anyways, let's see if we can breach this door. I am loaded up first with a wax slug. Oh, I think that shell is a little too long. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Oh, oh, not bad. I'll tell you what, now I have a 1,000 grain lead slug. This thing's pretty much already breached. I say we shoot it anyways. Here we go. Let's check it out. So the wax slug did a great job. You can see here, we pretty much blew all that out of the way. So we would have effectively breached that door. And then with the 1,000 grain lead slug, I just went ahead and shot right into the handle and did a pretty good job at busting through that. I mean, my locking mechanism is still there, but I'm pretty confident that if I would have stuck it right there, we would have blown through it. Or you can always use the old size 15 key. So up next, I have another dairy-based target. I have 9 pounds of sour cream. We are gonna hit this 9 pounds of sour cream with a 4-gauge wax slug. I was pretty impressed with what it did to that door. So now let's see what it does to this sour cream. Okay. Here we go. Oh, wow. Wow. That wax slug, she be kicking. Guess what? Up next, we have another dairy-based target. The sour cream was actually pretty cool. Now we're gonna try out 9 pounds of cottage cheese. Even if I could eat this, I would not. If you eat cottage cheese, you're just another kind of gross. It's the texture. So for this cottage cheese, I have something real special. A 12-gauge shotgun shoots 9 pellets of double-aught buck, and each one of those pellets is 0.33 inches. We have 8 pellets of 45 caliber buck for the KS-23. Let's do this. Here we go. Gonna hang on to it tight. I'll tell you what, I think the wax slug did a better job. Oh! Oh! Up next, we have something that is not dairy and something that I actually enjoy, dill pickles. We have 2 giant jars of dill pickles. We're gonna hit one with swan shot, which is basically big flakes of lead, and then we're gonna hit the other one with a 1,000 grain lead slug. And you may notice I have on gloves now, and it's because it's getting cold. It's not because my hands are hurting or anything like that. Swan shot is up first. Here we go. Holy cow! Wow! Man, I'm glad I was wearing these gloves, you know, because my fingers are cold and all. Now for the 1,000 grain slug. Here we go. Oh! Oh! I really like this shotgun. Overall, I have been pretty impressed with the KS-23 4-gauge shotgun, and I think I may have fallen in love. But we have one last test. My biggest concern, as many of you know, is zombies. So up next, we have a Ballistic Dummy Labs zombie bust, and we're gonna see what happens when we hit it with a 1,000 grain 4-gauge slug. I say we give him a pickle. I tell you what, we could put it on his nose and he'd look like Squidward. And this last shot is brought to you by STI. And if you want to get your start in firearms technology, be sure and check them out. There's a link in the description down below. It's about to get messy. Here we go. Oh! Wow! Holy cow. You know what? I kind of want to hit him again. All right. I think that'll do it. Oh, almost forgot. I wrote a book, Boom Pow, I'm Braver Now, and if you pick one up before the 10th, you can get your name or someone else's name printed in the book. And the best part is you're helping out an awesome cause. A portion of each purchase goes to the Parker Project. Today we're gonna find out what would happen if your bolt action rifle went off with the bolt open. 223. 308. No lugs left on it at all. Oh my gosh! 50 BMG bolt action rifle. 27,000 pounds of bolt thrust with no lugs. Whoa! That was bad. What's up, everybody? My name is Scott and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics, and today we're going to perform some science with some bolt action rifles. Over the years I have heard some stories about bolt action rifle failures that really make my neck itch. Specifically, bolt action rifles going off with the bolt open. Basically, if that were to happen, it turns your bolt into a projectile itself, goes the opposite direction at the user, and as you can imagine, the results would be pretty devastating. Today we're going to see if we can recreate some of these failures with several different rifles and see what our results are. I am very excited about today's video, so let's go get set up and get started. So you may be asking yourself, how in the world does a bolt action rifle go off with the bolt up? Aren't there safeties and features that prevent that from happening? Well, you would be correct, but the stories that I have heard involve the firing pin. Basically, the firing pin is stuck out of the bolt for some reason, and then when they load their next round in, the firing pin strikes the primer of the round and it goes off before they can close the bolt, and then the bolt flies back at them. Now, I bet your next question is, how in the world are you going to recreate that, Scott, without getting a new 15-inch neck scar? Well, today I have 3 different bolt action rifles. I have a 223, a 308, and a 50 BMG. All 3 rifles have very special bolts. They have bolts that do not have lugs. So what's that mean? That means when this bolt is inside this rifle enclosed, there is nothing keeping it in there. Pretty much when this thing goes off, it's just gonna slide right out of there. Now, this isn't exactly the same as if your firing pin was stuck out and you close the bolt, but it's gonna be close enough, and I am very excited to see what our results are. So here's how this is gonna work today. We have a Ballistic Dummy Labs zombie torso. We have a vise, a string that goes this way and then curves at a 90-degree angle for me to hide behind a truck. I will put this up against the zombie and lock it into the vise. I'm gonna have the rifle placed more in the middle of the zombie because if you were loading your gun, most likely it's not gonna be on your shoulder. You're gonna be right here, doing everything kinda at chest and chin level. So once we get that locked in and we get our round in there, we are going to go hide and pull a string. Don't think things are gonna go very well for him today, but for us, it's gonna be pretty awesome. But before we get started, I wanted to okay, I have on my handy dandy safety gear, helmet, face shield, gloves, neck shield, the whole 9 yards, so we can get started. The 223 is gonna be producing over 6,000 pounds of bolt thrust with no lugs. We're definitely going to have a good idea of what's gonna happen with the other rifles once we do this, because 308 and 50 BMG are a lot bigger than 223. First up, we're gonna put on our safety. We're gonna load our mag with 1 round. And we have to be really careful today because not only is the bullet coming out this way, but the bolt is potentially coming out this way. So, gonna be extra careful. I'm gonna go ahead and load our round in. Get directly to the side. Okay, she is hot. I'm gonna make sure my string is on the trigger good. Now safety is coming off. Let's go hide, shall we? Okay, here we go. 223. See if we can get this thing to go off. Oh, let's go check that out. Well, that did not work out exactly how I planned it. I was a little bit afraid of that with the 223 because the bolt on this one was a little tougher than the others. And as you can see, there's still a little bit of meat on those lugs. And what's amazing is even with just that little bit left on this bolt and 6,000 pounds of bolt thrust, it still stayed in the gun. That's pretty impressive, not gonna lie. And this is a Savage, I believe. So, I don't know, I feel pretty comfortable with Savages now, that's for sure. But I'm not very happy because I wanted to see a bolt hit Mr. Zombie. I guess we just need to move on to 308. So now we have a Ruger American 308 bolt action rifle. We had a little bit of trouble with the 223, but I don't think we're gonna have the same issues with this one. This has absolutely no lugs left on it at all. So when this is in here and it's locked down, as you can see, I can still pull this thing out. So I don't think we're gonna have as much trouble with this one. I do expect this bolt to actually make it out of the gun this time. And we're working with more bolt thrusts. The 5.56 or 223 was producing 6,000 pounds of bolt thrust, while the 308 is producing 11,000 pounds of bolt thrust. I'm a little more sketched out loading this one, not gonna lie. So we have a round of 308. This is a 178 grain round. Get that in there. We're gonna put our safety on. Oh well, it won't let me put the safety on unless it's loaded. I don't like that, so I don't guess I have a choice. I'm just gonna have to load it and hope for the best. Okay. Oh dear. Okay, oh, there it goes. Get in there. Oh my gosh. This isn't sketchy at all. Dude. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's go hide. Okie dokie. 308, here we go. Round two. All right, let's try again. All right, let's have a look. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'd say that was a successful test. There's the bolt right here on the table. I tell you what, before I go any further, I'm gonna look at the slow-mo footage real quick.
A few moments later.
So it appears that the bolt did indeed exit the gun. Our mag also detonated, and then this right here hit the zombie right in the face. As you can see here, there's still some plastic in his face, but did quite a bit of damage. I mean, this right here, that would not feel good. You would definitely need to go to the dentist and probably the ER. And I would say that that has potential to seriously injure you, especially if it were to hit you in the neck or something like that. 308, bolt action failure, not good. I'm pretty pleased with those results. I believe we were able to recreate what I was shooting for. I am curious to what would happen to your hand if you were holding onto that bolt when that happened. But all in all, I'm pretty happy. Him, not so much. And he's definitely not gonna be happy after this next gun. In case you missed it, I went the call in order for user bolt action rifle. This thing right here makes my neck itch because it does not have any lugs on the bolt anymore. So when this thing goes off, it 100% should launch that bolt backwards. Now the only problem is we do have a stock, but I don't think it's gonna matter. I think it's still gonna be pretty catastrophic. All right, we have this thing locked in the vise. I have moved our zombie up so we have maximum potential for entertainment. And I have a 750 grain, 50 BMG Hornady AMAX. And this 50 BMG should be producing over 27,000 pounds of bolt thrust with no lugs. Ooh, okay. So, I'm gonna load this very carefully. Gonna get that in there. Okay, safety is on. And now I'm actually gonna unscrew this bolt handle so that we have maximum potential. Now I'm gonna take the safety off. Oh dear. Okay. Let's go hide. Whoa, all right. I'm excited about this one. Here we go. So that's pretty sketch. We had a light primer strike. We're gonna try again, but I'm gonna try a different round. This primer seems to be raised a little higher than the other one. So this is a 750 grain brass round. Don't think it's gonna make much of a difference. It's still gonna be pretty spectacular if we can get it to go off. So let's try again. Okay. Load our round in there. It's in there. I'm gonna turn our safety. Here we go again. Whoa, yeah. Oh yeah, that was bad. Oh yeah. Okie dokie. Well, he's on the ground, but I think. Oh yeah, that was bad. Oh yeah. Okie dokie. Well, he's on the ground, but I think he may be okay. The bolt is actually still inside this thing. Okay. Well, I would say that if your hand was on that bolt, 100% your hand's gonna be broken. I mean, as you can see, this thing is completely bent sideways. And then if you look right here, I mean, it is crammed in there and bent and dented inside there. And it took a lot of force to do that. I don't know how the heck I'm even gonna get that out of there. This is definitely a wall hanger now. And I would say if that bolt wasn't encapsulated inside this, that 100% probably would have went through the zombie's chest. All in all, I would say that was a pretty successful test. I really wish though that this would have completely came out the back of the gun. So maybe we need to redo this test one day, but we use a bolt action 50 BMG where the bolt is actually kind of setting on top of the stock or a little more exposed. And I bet it'd fly right out of there like a torpedo. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you learned something.
So you're saying this is the most powerful, less lethal on the market?
Yep, it's supposed to be.
Cool, but where's the zombie torso?
Well, those have gotten kind of expensive. But I got something else for us to shoot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Sure.
Okay.
Kind of weird he doesn't have it out already, but. Why do the kids say 6, 7.
Okay, are you ready, Houston?
Ready? Ready for what?
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott. His name is Houston, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And today we have the brand new Grimberg TYR less lethal launcher. And why is this one special, Houston?
Well, it's the most powerful, less lethal launcher out of the box without being modified.
Gotcha. Okay, so it is supposed to be pretty stout.
Yes.
And should be more powerful than anything I've shot, then, right?
In the less lethal realm, yes.
In the less lethal realm.
It's shooting about 58 joules.
Okay.
So, and the hardest I've ever been shot with is in like the low 50s, maybe like 50 range.
Uh-huh.
So, and that one would be what I would consider when I got shot at that 50 joule level, could be lethal.
Okay.
I think.
So pretty stout.
Yes.
And the ammo is pretty interesting.
Yes, it's a .68 caliber ball, and interestingly, it's magnetic.
It's magnetic.
Yes.
And I think that has something to do with the launcher. We loaded a mag, and then when I took the mag out, the ball was gone, and it looks like it's stuck up inside here, like it's actually like sticking to the metal. That's supposed to help with feeding or something like that.
Yep.
But very curious to see what this does. We are going to try this out against a zombie torso, and then on Houston's channel, you'll get to see what this would do to someone who's not a zombie.
I was told that this could stick into my flesh, so I'm happy we're doing this test first.
Oh,
you know, because I just got over something being stuck in my flesh.
That's true. Yeah, you did. You don't need that to happen again.
No thanks.
So this video is great because it's going to be a good baseline for Houston, and we're just trying to keep Houston safe. You know,
that's all
we
I'm
want to
trying to
keep him
do.
around. So let's go get set up and try this thing out. Okay, but before we get started, like you know, it's tradition, and we got to do the table toss competition.
Yep.
Now, I believe you've lost 1 billion times. At
It's
this point.
four times.
Four
but
times.
5th time is the charm. Everyone says that.
I honestly, at this point, like I kind of want to be beat. You know, like I've got nothing to aspire towards.
Well,
'cause
you know,
just keep winning.
once again, I've been training.
Well,
so-
you know what? I'm going to go first this time.
Okay.
So I feel like maybe that'll give you the drive to throw harder.
Yeah, I agree.
Here we go. All right, ready? Here we go.
I think
That was pretty good.
the slide was, I wasn't impressed at first, but the slide kind of carried.
Kind of helped, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we got to mark our spot here. You want to just, that's where I threw from. No, you know what? Here, I'm just going to leave my shoe. There we go. Best of luck to you. I really do hope you win.
Let the record show, both of my legs got shot with golf balls. So,
Oh, excuses already, huh?
No. For when I win, it's a better story.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Like the underdogs. I am as equally sad as you are. I'm really hoping you'd beat me today.
The wind came by again, Scott. You know.
I'm gonna go with it's your quads. Your quads are pretty damaged, pretty bad. Yeah, if you're curious to how that happened, go check out Houston Jones and subscribe to his channel.
Thank you.
Put your clothes back on. It's that time of the year again. Oh, if it's too late, there's a link in the description down below. All right, we have a Ballistic Dummy Labs zombie torso set up here on the table. He's extra zombified because he's been in my garage for a little while, so he's a little dried out.
Gotcha.
But he's still good. His skin is still nice and squishy. If anything, it will be harder to break his skin today.
Penetrate it.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think it might be able to. I've seen you test weaker launchers on zombie torsos, and they do some damage.
Right.
So I have high hopes here.
I am very curious to see what this can do.
Me too.
All right, well, we have one round of the magnetic, less lethal rounds. And let's start at like 30 foot back
Okay.
and see what happens. All right, here we go. First shot.
Did you hit it?
I think I did. I just didn't see
They
it.
didn't.
Well, oh my goodness.
Oh no, Scott.
Oh my goodness.
It's here. It's right there. I can
We
see
were
it.
30 feet back. We broke his rib. Houston, we have a problem.
I knew it. I knew it was coming. I knew it.
Dude, so right off the bat, that wins.
I think it
as
wins.
most powerful, less lethal I've ever shot because we were 30 foot back. I normally don't penetrate the dummy
It broke
until
bone,
we're
too.
close. Yeah,
Yeah.
and broke his rib. I mean, my goodness.
So we're not shooting me in the ribs.
No, I don't think so. I don't think we should.
Okay.
Let's see here if I can. I wonder where that ball's at. Right, look at that. That's not good. There it is. There it is right there. We'll get it out there. There it is. Well,
I was told it could penetrate flesh, and I wasn't sure if I believed him, but
it's unfazed too. I mean, it looks perfectly fine. Wow. Okay. Oh, well, let's scoot up.
scoot up, huh?
And see what happens. I'll tell
Okay.
you what, I was aiming here. I hit a little to the right.
Gotcha.
How about from that distance, I'm going to aim for his dome.
Yeah,
And we'll see what happens with that. Because, I mean, that broke a rib.
I think it might end up in the skull, but
Typically, I got to get really close.
yeah.
All right.
Okay. I'm nervous now.
I'm nervous for you later. Yep. Here we go, to the dome. See if we...
Wow.
I
One
got-
went to his eyeball.
I got a little trigger happy. I grazed him here, it looks like, and
Yep.
did this. So, okay, I was aiming here, and when he hit here, he's bleeding from somewhere. And I was aiming here, and then we actually hit where I was aiming.
I
that
saw a
time.
couple of them almost arc.
Zing off of him. So I feel like maybe we should just do that one more time, but I'll actually aim like dead center.
Gotcha.
But that already that's pretty bad.
He's contused. Yeah. I think he's has some brain hemorrhaging, perhaps. The skull is definitely broken.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
Let's load up a few more and I'll aim dead center this time.
Sounds good.
And we'll see what happens. At 30 feet, I mean, my goodness.
Less lethal, they said. Oh.
Okay.
Okay. And I heard it hit the woods.
Yeah. So we hit him in the forehead that time for sure, right there.
Wait. Oh, it just squirted more out of this one.
Oh,
Is it-
it's cracked again. This thing is hitting pretty hard, man. It's hitting really hard. I would say that this is nothing to shake a stick at. Okay, well, it seems that this gun is shooting very, very hard, and it has me curious. I want to know how fast those things are moving.
Yeah.
So, I have this magical device called a chronograph. This will measure the speed of our rounds and also doubles as my RoboVac.
Really?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Anyways, we're going to shoot through here and just see what reading we get.
Okay.
I'm going to have you do the honors.
You didn't tell me how it works.
Just shoot it,
Okay.
Houston.
In 3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
This shot 442 FPS. That's insane. That was also insane. Like, why? I don't get it.
Okay, so we have established that this thing is indeed shooting very hard.
Very hard.
That was what was the reading?
442.
442. That's fast. That's really fast. And at 30 feet, we penetrated. But now we're at 15 feet.
Okay.
And I think I want to see, how far do we penetrate at 15 feet?
Yeah. Yeah. How about I put 3 into her?
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
I'm gonna step out of the way.
That's fair. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Okay, starting from the bottom here. Yeah, I do believe we have one inside.
Yeah, it's inside, sitting right next to the intestines.
Yeah, I can feel it here. I can feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right
It's in
there.
there pretty deep.
Yeah, that one's stuck in there. You need to go to the ER.
Yep.
You gotta hit there.
Broken rib again.
But I don't think that's inside. I kind of want to shoot one more time from 15 foot,
Okay.
and then I say we go point blank.
Deal.
Okie dokie, we're gonna try this one more time. Okay.
Well,
check
one
that
is
out.
definitely in there.
Yeah.
With the neck shot, I think bounced.
Next shot bounces. That is in the shoulder.
Yep.
Yeah, I went for his neck. I think
yeah,
is that it
yeah,
right there?
yeah, that is it. There's a little hole.
I don't
there.
think it-
I think it bounced out of that.
Yeah, it went in and bounced out.
You're gonna be upset. Yeah, you're not gonna have a good time with that.
No, not at all. So this is definitely very, very stout, very powerful. But now we need to know. We need to know what happens if you get super close with this. It's very obvious that we're able to do damage to the body here. I'd say we shoot maybe once or twice in the body, point blank.
Okay.
And then I just kind of want to focus my fire this section.
The head.
See what happens
Yeah.
there. Yeah. Maybe all through here, and we'll see
call.
what it can really do.
A lot, I'm guessing.
I think the zombie's going to be no more. Okay, so now let's go ahead and see what happens when we hit this thing point blank in the ribs. Feel free, Houston.
Here we go.
You just got jammed.
Of course. Of course.
Well, anyways, now give him it point blank to the ribs.
Here we go.
Oh, okay. You got one more in there?
I think so.
Go ahead and do it.
Oh.
All right, let's have a look, shall we? That's bad. Look. Oh, that's real bad. You got that one right there. Oh, he is. Oh,
Oh, yeah, internal bleeding.
yep, that's not good.
Yeah, you need to see your doctor after that. Yeah.
Holy cow, dude. That is brutal. That one's in there deep. He's leaking.
Yeah. He's leaking out now. Yeah, so we're not doing that to me.
No, that's definitely more than less lethal.
Yeah, I would say
for
it's
sure.
lethal.
Yeah.
At least go to the hospital.
You would have to. Yeah, that's bad, man. I'm pretty surprised, honestly, at just how much damage that thing is doing.
I've been shot by a lot of them, and it's weird for me to say this, but I'm scared to be shot by this.
I'm scared for you.
Suddenly, the golf ball launchers were seeming quite nice.
Yeah, like kind of meek.
Yeah.
Yeah, compared to this. We still need to shoot him one more time.
Yep.
So we're gonna load back up, and this time we're gonna go for this region right here. Okay, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Me too. Here we go.
Oh.
Go.
Oh.
Oh my gosh!
You killed him.
What the heck?
You murdered the zombie.
That felt wrong. Let's take a look. If you come around this side, you can see two very distinct holes, and
It didn't come through, at least.
I can get my finger in there. Pinky's in there, so it's completely
Oh, wow.
it's completely through. That's pretty gnarly, but it did not go through the other side.
Just kind of pushed more juice
Yeah.
through the crack we already
Juice, yes, it's leaking juice. So, what are your final thoughts on this TYR rifle? I'm gonna say 100%. I would say is the new top dog when it comes to power.
made. Yeah, like I said, I've been shot by a lot of them, and I've seen a lot of them shoot, and this is by far the most scary one I've
Yes.
seen be shot.
Yes, this is a lot of damage to the zombie torso.
Yes.
Now, we did have some issues with having you pressurize, depressurize, things like that. But that aside, it is definitely the most powerful, I would say.
Yeah, 100%. They weren't lying about the amount of joules this thing is pushing.
Yeah,
so
it'd be pushing.
it'd be pushing hard.
Still got a lot of zombie left, though. Well, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me what you think about the Grimberg less lethal rifle in the comment section down below. Be sure and give this video. The same song and dance again. Listen, I don't care this time. I'm doing a torture test anyways. And what could you possibly do to it? It's a Glock. Oh, does someone got a bellyache, huh? Did that hurt your belly eating my Glock? Oh, oh! Big nasty! What's up, everybody? My name is Scott and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics, and I am filming today's video because we have breaking news. There is a new Glock and I don't know how I feel about it. This right here is a Glock 19 Gen 5, but now for some reason there's a Glock Gen V 19, 17, and pretty much every other model because they discontinued all these. This is a tried and true design that I love very much. I'm a little bit of a Glock fanboy. So what are we gonna do about a brand new design? Well, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna beat the snot out of it and see if it holds up. So before we start beating on this thing, let's take a look at it and see what exactly has changed compared to the Gen 5. So the main difference you will notice is on the back here, these plates are a different shape. This is a Gen 5, that is the Gen V. You will notice that this is nice and round, while the V kind of tapers and has a little curve to it at the top. And this right here is perfectly square, while this has a little bit of an extra notch to it. So why would they change the back plate? Well, from what I can understand and what my tiny Kentucky brain can comprehend, is somebody would take a Glock that would normally go pow, pow, and then they'd do something, and then it'd go pow, 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 pow. And I think some people were really getting upset about that. So now we have a new backplate. Other differences you may notice are internal. So this is the Gen 5. You will notice where the firing pin is. This whole little section here is wider than the Gen V. The Gen V is thinner, and we have some little ramps right here that the Gen 5 does not possess. And other than that, the only other differences are on the outside. You will notice that the new Glock has a fancy V on it. So my question is, are the minor changes that have been implemented to the Gen V going to make a difference? Have they made it an inferior weapon? Is the Gen 5 superior, or are they pretty much the same? Well, today we are going to torture test the Gen V next to the Gen 5, and we're gonna find out. But first, let me tell you about today's sponsor, Raycon, and their bone a little bit different. We're gonna take both the Gen 5 and the Gen V, and right off the bat, we're gonna run 100 rounds through each. See what happens. Okay, we're gonna start out with the Gen 5 with 100 rounds. I expect them both to run flawlessly, but let's find out. Are you bored yet? My hands are getting tired. My wrist, my grip's kind of wearing out. Okay, Gen 5 ran just fine. She's a little warm, but other than that, it gets a pow! That's hot! It gets a pass. You bit me, you mean little thing. Let's move on to the Gen V. Okay, now for the Gen V. Let's see if I make it through 100 rounds. Here we go. I'm wearing out. Oh, I need to work on my endurance. Oh, almost there. Last 10 rounds. Okay, Gen V did just fine. I did not expect either one of those to jam. And yeah, she is also very hot. Let's move on to our next test. So up next, we are going to perform a drop test with the Gen 5 and the Gen V. We are going to do so by taking one of these. This is an empty casing. There's no bullet, no gunpowder, but there is a primer. So, one moment. There we go. If it goes off, we'll get us just a little pop. All right, empty shell casing, nothing but a primer. We know we're safe and we are hot. See if it goes off. Looking pretty good. Let's do it again. Honestly, it hitting that steel is so loud, I don't think I would even know if it went off. Let's drop it on the top. Nothing. One of these. All right, and like this. Nothing. Gen 5 passes. Now for the Gen V, we have another empty casing. We'll stick that down in there. There we go. All right. Let's drop it on the other side. Okay. I don't think we had a good hit. All right. Now we'll drop it on the back of the gun right on that plate. Looks like we're good. One more for good measure. I believe the Gen V passes as well. Okie dokie. Up next is going to be a water test. So we're going to use a natural source. We had the Gen V and the Gen 5. So I'm just going to... There's a Gen V. I hope I don't lose it. I can't see it. And then there's a Gen 5. We'll let those marinate for 5 minutes, and then we'll see how this goes.
12 seconds later.
Okay, it's definitely been 5 minutes. Let me get that. Oh, yeah. Gen 5's up first. Here we go. Pass. Gen V, got a leaf in my trigger. Also a pass. Moving on. So just in case you missed the last video, I have a miss out on an opportunity to contribute to an awesome cause. Okay, next test is going to be dirt that is slightly wet. We are going to start out with the Gen 5, loaded up with 1 round and then another 14 rounds in the mag. So we'll just kind of get her down in here. Get a little shake. All right. It's good enough for me. Here we go. Oh. Oh. Had a little bit of a hitch in my giddy up there. Trigger was sticking just a tad, but Gen 5 performed just fine. Now it's time for the Gen V. She's loaded up. Put her back down in the dirt. Now we'll shake. All right. Got one little clot. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Actually, that time, the Gen V outperformed the Gen 5 just a tad, but I think it was just kind of by chance because a little bit of extra mud, I think, got in the trigger of the Gen 5. All in all, I would say these are pretty much the same right now. Okay, I got both of these bad boys washed off and ready to go for their next test, which is going to be a nice, lovely container of mud. Gen 5 is going to be up first. We're loaded up with another 15-round mag. Just plop that thing down in there. Ready? Here we go. Oh, no. I tell you what, I'm not going to be excessive today. We're just going to act like this got dropped in the mud. Water's getting washed over it. And we're just going to go with that. Because realistically, I think that's about what's going to happen. You drop your gun in the mud, you're just going to probably get it out of there real quick. That's lovely. Okay. Here we go.
You just got jammed.
Oh, we got us a jam right off the bat. That's gritty. Tap, crack. Oh, that mud has got it all kinds of locked up. I can't get the mag out of there. I think that I got me a bullet kind of jammed up in there. I've actually never had this happen before. There we go. All right. Okay. Fling some of that out of there. Let's remove a round. Oh, it's the mag. Oh, there we go. Oh, this mud smells really bad. I don't know where I got it from, but don't smell too great. Here we go.
You just got jammed.
Oh. Didn't eject. Oh, this is some special mud right here. It is brutal. I tell you what. It's this mag. This mag is all messed up. Okay, we got spring tension again.
You just got jammed.
Dude, the Gen 5 is really getting its lunch ate right now. Oh my goodness. We got one round left. Okay. Tell you what. Let's give it a fresh mag. See what happens.
You just got jammed.
No, dude, this thing's messed up right now.
You just got jammed.
Okay, well, now let's see how the Gen V does. Probably gonna be about the same. We're gonna do the same thing. Plop it down in there. Oh dear. Just slosh that around on it. It's gonna be rough. Here we go. Good luck.
You just got jammed.
Oh, look at that. The Gen V and the Gen 5 have failed equally. How about them apples? Let's see if she can redeem herself. Gonna give it a little shake. All right. Oh, that is just not, that's not good.
You just got jammed.
Bro. This mag is messed up. the trigger's all jacked up now too. At least the trigger worked on the Gen 5, just saying. There it goes. Can't get it to, there it goes. Ow! Okay, well. I want to, this is bad. This is real bad. Okay, well, they both fail the mud test. So I got both of these washed off the best I could. We are going to shoot them and make sure they are still functioning. The trigger reset on both of these is acting a little weird. So unloaded, I'm gonna pull the trigger. Now, the trigger will not reset on its own if I'm applying pressure to it. But if I take my finger off the trigger, it will reset. And that is on both Glocks right now. Unloaded, pull the trigger. Trigger will not go forward if my finger's on it. See? So both of these triggers are a little gummed up still on the Gen V and the Gen 5. I am going to shoot them both real quick.
You just got jammed.
Okay. Okay. We got a jam on the Gen V on the third round. Gen 5.
You just got jammed. You just got jammed.
That is not good.
You just got jammed.
Gen 5's having some trouble. That mud was real rough. We really need these things to be running properly before I put them in the sand.
You just got jammed.
This one is mostly running, the Gen V. The Gen 5 right now is having some trouble. So I'm gonna go clean this thing one more time, and maybe I'll put a little bit of oil on both of them or something. See if we can get them to run properly, and then we're gonna dip them in sand. Seems kind of silly, right? I mean, I'm gonna go clean it just to get it dirty again. It's like wiping before you poop, you know? Okie dokie. The Gen 5 and the Gen V, I washed them again, and this time I ran WD-40 through them, everything I could do, and now we actually have the trigger reset working again on both of these. So this is working good, it's nice and smooth. Gen V, trigger reset's working. So now let's run a mag through each and see if they actually run. I really hope they do. Here we go. Gen 5 is first. Yeah, all right. Gen 5 working again. Now the Gen V. Here we go. Okay, that's great news. That means we can continue on with our tests. And our last test is going to be sand. Picture this right here. I'm going to pull some of it out here on the table. Here's how we're going to do this. Again, today we're going to be semi-reasonable. That's a Gen 5, 15 round mag. Did I already load it? Oops. 14 round mag. We are going to just drop it in, plop, and now we're going to plop some sand on it. Okay, we're just going to ploppity plop until we don't see it anymore. And that's it. That's all we're doing. We're not doing anything else. I'm gonna pull it out, see if she works. Here we go. Gen 5. Okay. I'm kind of surprised right now. Typically, sand is what really messes up the guns, but today, that mud is what really messed them up. Sand didn't seem to be a problem. Let's do the Gen V. Same thing. Got us a nice little spot. Plop. Cover it in sand. That's all we're doing. We'll dig her out. Okay. Ah, get out of there. Okay, here we go. All right, so both of these guns pretty much performed exactly the same today. The mud really messed them up. Again, I don't even know what was in that mud. It was pretty stout though. Water, no problem. Passed the drop test, passed the sand test. Dirt, not so bad. They both pretty much acted the same. So, I mean, if there are any differences in the Gen V that are not in the Gen 5, maybe those will come out later when people have put a lot more rounds through the gun. You know, when it's thousands of rounds, maybe those issues will surface. But right now, at this level of torture and use, I'm gonna say they're pretty much the same. And I don't think there's much difference. Oh my goodness! I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you think you can find it, boy? Yes!
2 hours later.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics, and this behemoth of a firearm is a falling block, single-shot, 4-bore rifle. It has a 1-inch in diameter bore, weighs a little over 20 pounds, and produces over 200 pounds of felt recoil. Basically, she be kicking. This is one of my absolute favorite rifles, and today we have the handheld version of it. And I know what you're thinking, that is absolutely ridiculous. But here at Kentucky Ballistics, we push more envelopes than the post office. So without further ado, I present to you the 4-bore pistol. This is the only one in the entire world. It is an absolute monster. We have a 1-inch bore. It is hammer fired, and this thing is basically a gigantic black powder pistol. We have here on the top 4-bore. On the side here, we have Revelation 6, 7 through 8. And then on the back, we have the 4th Horseman. If you don't know what that means, just go read it. So my 4-bore rifle is actually a little bit bigger and a little more powerful than the original 4-bore rifles. It fires this, a 2,150 grain round, and it is absolutely wrecking your shoulder. And this is going to absolutely wreck my wrist. But the original 4-bores were actually firing rounds that were around 1 inch in diameter, but weighed from 1,200 grains upwards of 1,700 grains. The round that this 4-bore pistol will be firing is a 1-inch lead ball that weighs 1,400 grains. So basically what I'm saying is the Fourth Horseman, the 4-bore pistol, should be the most ridiculous, heavy, groundbreaking, earth-shaking, wrist-breaking recoil I have ever felt in my life. Yeah, brother, let's go get set up and get started. But before we shatter my book, I know and for that for the film of to give you something to compare it to. So this is a 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum. This is the largest, most powerful production handgun in the world, and it fires this. A 1/2-inch diameter bullet that weighs anywhere from 350 grains to 700 grains. And here it is compared to the 1,400 grain lead ball that we're gonna fire out of the 4-bore. Okay, here we go. 500 Magnum. Woo! Let's do a one-handed, just for good measure. Man, I tell you what, that gun be kicking, but I don't think it's gonna compare to this 4-bore pistol. Okie dokie, it's time to take our first shot with the 4-bore pistol. I don't know what this is gonna be like, so we're gonna take some extra precautions, at least for our first shot. So I have on a helmet, a face shield, and gloves, and we are loaded up with the 1,400 grain, 1-inch lead ball. Let's see what happens to my wrists. All right. Hammer's back. Woo! Here we go. Oh man! I tell you what, I gotta say, the 4-bore pistol is nothing to shake a stick at. Whoa! That has never happened. That actually kind of worries me because the odds of that happening are pretty slim. Maybe we should probably stop filming. Let's just cut the whole video. We're done. We're going home. Okay, well, our first target today for the 4-bore pistol is going to be 10 gallons of slime. I have 5 gallons of blue slime and 5 gallons of red slime. Okay, I am loaded up with another 1,400 grain 4-bore ball. Let's see if we can make it through this slime. And I tell you what, this time I'm going to do this one-handed. Okay, here we go. Whoa! I should turn that into an air freshener or maybe a scented candle. Oh, okay. Well, looks like slime is pretty good at stopping large projectiles because we made it through one jug. Oh, look at that. Then we made it into the second jug, which it is seeping, but I don't believe we made it through the back. Nothing my handy dandy micro tech can't handle. Okay, let's see if we can find this thing. I'm just gonna dump it out on the table. Oh, look at that. That is thick. Oh, I'm not seeing it. It's gotta be in there, right? I guess I'm gonna have to get my hands dirty. This reminds me of that scene from Jurassic Park when she's going through the Triceratops duty. Oh, where's, oh, Yep. Think we have a winner. There it is. And it still looks perfectly fine. I could probably use that again. Oh, I forgot to get my knife. So when I was a kid, there was a movie called Leprechaun, and it was absolutely terrifying. And if I'm being completely honest, it still keeps me up at night. So up next, we're gonna see if I could defend myself from a greedy little leprechaun with my 4-bore pistol. All right, with these leprechauns, they're pretty quick. You don't want to give him time to dodge your shot, so we're gonna go point blank. All right, here we go. Oh, he blew his hat off. Make a wish. Okie dokie. Well, I found out today that leprechauns wear wigs. He is totally faking. This guy's bald, and maybe that's why he's so angry. And then if we take a look down here, he has a big old hole, and he is leaking some green goop. So I would say that that shot was pretty effective. It's my goal now. So up next, I have an interesting target. These are Stretch Armstrongs, and if you don't know this, they're actually pretty bulletproof. They will stop 9, 45, and several other calibers. But what's gonna happen when we blast these things point blank with a 4-bore pistol? Alrighty, let's see what happens. I don't think the first guy is gonna stop it. Oh, here we go. I love the flash and the smoke that come out of this thing. Well, you know what? I think I am going to be a little surprised here. It looks like that stopped, that 4-bore ball. I think it wanted to come out the back, but the Stretch Armstrong behind him seemed to prevent it. That is a big, round, slow-moving projectile. I'm really surprised he caught it, and he is absolutely singed. Let's see if we can get that out of there. I feel it. I feel it. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, well, that's it right there. I really don't want to touch it because my hands are going to be so sticky. Ugh. Okay, that looks like it is a little deformed. Yeah, it's not perfectly round anymore. Oh my goodness. Ah! So up next, we have a Ballistic Dummy Labs zombie bust, and we're gonna find out what would happen if you encountered a zombie in the 19th century. Would your 4-bore pistol be an adequate weapon to take on the undead? Okay, let's take care of ye old zombie. Here we go. Oh, oh. Looks like I hit a little high. That is gross. Oh, I don't think I've ever done that to a zombie before. It's pretty awful. Looks like I just kind of skimmed the top and gave him a buzz cut. Judging from the slow-mo shot, I would say if you did not hit the zombie with your 1400 grain ball, it wouldn't matter because he would be lit on fire. So as I mentioned before, I have a book coming out with Brave Books, and they do some great work. Brave Books is all about teaching values that build strong character, like grit, hard work, and today we have some of the most powerful guns in the world. We have Houston Jones, and we're gonna see how hard guns kick. 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum, 12 gauge shotgun, a 50 BMG, 5.77 Tyrannosaur. Why am I doing this?
People are learning.
I don't like learning. 600 Nitro Express, falling block, 4-bore, 2,150 grain bullet. Oh! Yeah, buddy! What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics, and today we have a very special guest, the one and only Houston Jones. But unfortunately, his last video with his cactus shoes did not turn out too well for him, did it, Houston?
Can't feel my feet.
Yeah, it's really bad.
I have a wheel here.
We're gonna make lemonade out of lemons today, Houston. I'm gonna use your wheelchair for today's video. We are gonna see just how hard guns kick today. We've already done how hard can a gun punch with a punching machine, but today we're gonna see how hard they kick, push you back. So we have a wheelchair with really good bearings in these wheels, so it rolls really easily. We have boards set up, marked off all the way to 8 feet, and then we're gonna shoot guns and see how far they push us back. Now, in theory, they should push us back.
I think so.
I mean, when we shoot really big stuff, it kicks us back. But how far is it gonna kick us?
Only one way to find out.
Only one way. And it's gonna be probably pretty painful shooting really large elephant rifles in a wheelchair. And that's exactly why I invited Houston out, because you're a man that can really appreciate some good pain.
You know, it just really gets me going, Scott. But don't take that the wrong way, please.
You're perfectly normal.
Yep.
Don't let anyone tell you different. So we're gonna start out with handguns, work our way up to really large, hard-kicking rifles, and see if the guns actually will kick us back. I am very excited about today's video, very excited to get set up. So let's get started, Houston.
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Wait, Scott, hold up.
So we're gonna start out with a 9mm. This is a Glock 19, and I'll be loaded up with 10 rounds of 115 grain full metal jackets. Houston is gonna take the first shots. Here you go. And as you can see here, we have our boards marked off 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 8 feet. I highly doubt we make it to 8 feet today, but I will be curious, and I highly doubt this moves us at all.
Yeah, I would be shocked.
Yeah. If this moves us, we're in trouble.
We need more boards.
We have much bigger guns today than 9mm, so I guess I'll just have you have a seat.
Okay.
I'll make sure you're not moving.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna have Houston take one shot, see if he moves, and then dump the whole mag. So whenever you're ready, Houston. It did move a little.
It did? Okay.
Yeah, do the whole thing.
Dumping it.
So you weren't moving, but the chair was starting to it wanted
Rock
to
a
move.
little?
Yeah, so even with it rocking with 9mm, I've kind of got high hopes for today.
Yeah, I'm thinking on some of the bigger rifles, we actually might
I think we may
clear some
move.
feet.
I think some of the really big stuff, the hard kicking stuff, we actually may move at least a few feet. Okay, we are gonna skip a few guns in between and jump from 9mm all the way up to 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum. This is a 500 Magnum with an 8 3/8 inch barrel, and I will have 5 rounds of Underwood ammo, 375 grain XPBs. Okay, so Houston brought up a good point. We should push ourselves into this chair so our bodies aren't really absorbing the recoil and the chair is. So I'm gonna kind of push with my feet and push my back into it, and then go stiff armed as much as I can, see what we get. If the 9mm pushed us a little bit, this may actually move us. All right, here we go.
Okay.
I think I went
You
forward.
rocked. There it is. Yeah. it was as you kept shooting, the wheels kept slowly turning. It was kind of bringing you back a little bit, but as you kept unloading them, I think you moved an inch or two.
I felt like I was going forward sometimes.
I feel like it wants to correct a little bit after you fire. You're almost rocking a bit.
Gotcha.
But you got a little movement on the dump there.
So with the handguns too, though, you know, like it's already being absorbed through our arms.
Yeah.
And then going into our upper bodies.
It's losing a lot of it.
Yeah, and then into the chair. So I think when we move to shoulder-fired things, it should be a little bit more direct contact. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and move on from pistols.
Yes.
And up next, we're going to step it up to a 12-gauge shotgun. So I think we may actually move on that one.
I think so too.
You're up.
Oh.
Up next is going to be a 12-gauge shotgun. This is a Remington 887, and I'm loaded up with 5 rounds of 1 ounce 12-gauge slugs. And Houston, going to have you do the honors. I am hopeful that this will actually move you a little bit.
I think it might. I'm going to try to pretty locked in, so the recoil is pushing into the chair as much as possible.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I think I got high hopes for this one. Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, you're moving.
I'm moving. Here we go.
Move. Oh, keep going. You moved quite a bit.
It worked.
Oh,
Success.
oh no. We may need more board.
What do you think, about a foot?
I mean, you moved quite a bit. You
'Cause I was
moved
up at the 1.
Well, your first shot, you moved a few inches, and then after all 5, I mean, you definitely moved a foot to 2 feet.
I'm thinking we might roll past
We might,
the board.
because technically, like a 12-gauge shotgun, don't quote me here, but I'm pretty sure you're putting out like 30 felt pounds of recoil, and some of the stuff we have today is putting out like 200 pounds of felt recoil. You moved.
Yeah. Was the
quite a bit with
recoil, like pound-wise, in the 500 Magnum more?
Oh, less than that.
Less than this, okay.
Yeah. So this technically was the more powerful round, and it moved you.
Yeah.
So in theory, we should keep moving further with these bigger guns.
But how far?
Let's find out. So up next, we're going to step it up to rifles, and we're going to start out with an AR-15. These are not going to be recoiling as hard as a 12-gauge slug, but we have more of them.
Gotcha.
So AR-15, this is a Q Sugar Weasel, and I have a 20-round mag with 20 rounds of 5.56 full metal jackets. So I don't think 1 round's going to move you much, but maybe 20 will.
Yeah, fired in quick succession.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot a lot.
Okay. Nothing.
Nope.
You didn't move at all. So 5 rounds of 12 gauge pushed you further back than 20 rounds of 5.56.
Yeah, and I can tell you, at least on my shoulder side of things,
Yeah,
hardly felt this one
feels
at
a lot
all.
better. Yeah.
So,
All right, so we've figured out at least at this point that 12 gauge does indeed kick harder than a 5.56.
confirmed.
So just like with handguns jumping from 9mm to 500 Magnum, we're gonna make a big jump in our rifles. We're gonna jump from 223, skip 308, and skip some of the other stuff in the middle and go right to a 50 BMG before moving on to our safari rifle. So this is a Barrett 50 BMG, and I'm gonna be loaded up with 10 rounds of 660 grain full metal jackets. What is your guess, Houston? Do you think
I think
this is gonna move me?
I think it's going to be better than the shotgun.
Yeah.
I think we might get 3 feet rolling here.
Yes, I think with 1 shot, it's gonna move me about as much as the shotgun. But I bet when I dump 10 rounds, I'm gonna get going.
You'll be rolling a bit.
Yeah, I think so.
That only one way to find out.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm getting tired from holding this thing. Yeah, this is gonna be difficult.
You're going to still kept push back into it a bit?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not really gonna have a choice, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think this one will flip you.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll flip me. It's gonna be too front heavy. Okay.
Good luck.
Here we go. First shot. Okay,
Yeah.
it hit me a little bit. Here we go.
We cleared it.
That was a lot. So, I guess if you ever are having to lay down cover fire with a 50 BMG and you're sitting in a wheelchair,
You will not be staying in that same location.
make sure you lock your wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually a lot of fun.
You kind of got the speed.
Yeah.
You were accelerating.
Yeah, I got going. So one shot didn't move me much, but 10 shots did quite a bit.
Yeah.
Well, these rifles we're going to move on to next should have a better chance at moving us more with just one shot.
Yeah.
They should be kicking a little bit harder.
Well, that would be fun.
So this next rifle may be a step down in some people's opinion from a 50 BMG, but in my opinion, this is going to kick harder in one shot than that 50 BMG. This is a Seiko 85 XL bolt action rifle chambered in 416 Rigby, aka 416 Honey Badger, because it does not care. That is a 350 grain round, and this is a really good safari cartridge. And this is going to kick harder than that 50 BMG. The rifle's lighter, but we'll see if it translates into actually pushing you farther.
Well, I hope so. I want to wheel back like
Yeah,
you did.
it looked fun, didn't it?
It looked very
It looked
really
like
fun. Yeah.
All right, Houston. Let's see if the 416 moves you any.
I sure hope so.
Yeah! What? Oh! Wow! Wow! How does that feel in that wheelchair?
Terrible. That feels awful.
I bet, because like you can't move, but you moved a lot with one shot from that. You moved more than the 50 BMG, I believe.
I think shooting this in this wheelchair was more painful than when I shot the 4-bore standing.
Really?
Yeah. I have nowhere to go except, it transferred into the wheelchair.
How do you think it'll feel like shooting a 4-bore in that then, you think? I totally didn't bring it today. Like it's not in the car
Well,
or
that's
anything.
good, because I think it would feel really bad.
Yeah, like it could have like break one of our bones or something. It'd be
Definitely dislocate my shoulder
really
if I
bad.
tried that.
Yeah, we would never do that. We'd never do that.
Well, I appreciate it.
I didn't load up 2 special rounds for today or anything.
No?
No,
Okay.
no.
Oh, I believe you.
I wouldn't do that to you.
I believe you.
So there is a video on the internet of a bunch of guys shooting this gun and it is absolutely eating their lunch. I'm pretty sure everyone's seen it. Like the gun's like flying out of their hands.
Gotcha.
This is that gun. This is an A-square 5.77 Tyrannosaur. This is one of the hardest kicking rifles in the entire world. And it fires this 5.77 T-Rex, and that is a 750 grain round. She'd be kicking.
I think you're gonna move.
I think I might. I think this one might move me. 416 Rigby moved you the furthest on one shot, I believe, at this point. So I'm thinking this may take the lead, but there's only one way to find out, unfortunately.
Glad you're doing the honors.
Oh,
Good luck.
why do we do this stuff, Houston? I mean, like, what is the point of this?
Science.
Why am I doing this?
People are learning. I'm learning. You're learning.
I don't like learning. You ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
I think that's a record.
Oh, I tell you what, let's do it again. Let's give it one more, shall we?
Confirm the results.
Oh, why? Oh.
Yeah.
Ow.
2 shots got the back wheels to about the 6-foot mark.
Bro, that is gnarly.
I think much worse shooting it from the chair than standing, right?
You know, as the youngins would say, I think my shoulder is chopped. Okay, so with that last rifle, me and Houston noticed after the fact that the second shot, I moved further.
Yes, yes.
So we think that maybe we got a little bit of a droop on the front of our boards. So we're gonna scoot the wheelchair back just a little further so maybe we're a little more flat starting out. Because that second shot with the T-Rex, standing still, it looked like I moved about a whole foot.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so, yeah. Next, we're moving up to something even bigger. This is a double barrel 600 Nitro Express elephant gun. And it fires the massive 600 Nitro Express, and that is a 900 grain bullet. I think this is gonna rock you, man. This one's yours.
Oh, it's me?
This is you. You're up.
Okay, I just thought you were doing the rest from here.
No. We're gonna have to share the love today.
Okay, yeah. No, that's
That is a chunky boy. It won't come out of your hands.
Okay.
You'll be okay. It's just gonna hurt. That's all.
Well, I'm used to that. Thanks for only putting one in.
Oh yeah. No, we're one round from here on out.
Okay. We ready?
Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
Ready as I'm ever gonna be.
Dude! I feel like you did a wheelie almost.
Yeah, I popped up a bit. Wow.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
How did that feel in the old shoulder?
Awful once again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That looked violent, if I have to say.
So my wheels started at the 2. I
were
kind of
here.
ended almost.
Yeah, so
to
you went
the-
like a foot and a half.
Nice.
Wow, that's pretty impressive, and I really think we are able to demonstrate right now just how hard these guns kick. I mean, we're getting some pretty good results, because if I was going to tell somebody, you know, what kicks harder, every gun I would say like that kicks harder than that gun is indeed moving us further
Yeah.
than
It's kind of proving it.
yeah, it's really proving it. Painfully proving it. And this next one's going to be even worse. So 600 nitro kicked pretty hard.
Pretty hard.
This is going to kick even harder. This is one of only 2 that I know of. This is a 700 BMG bolt action rifle.
Gotcha.
This thing is a monster. Take a look at this bolt. I mean, just really beefy, and with good reason, because this is what it fires. That is a 700 BMG. It's a 50 BMG case with a 70 caliber bullet that weighs 1,000 grains. So,
Good luck.
yeah,
I think we're gonna break a record here.
we're gonna break something. Oh. Okay.
Science. Woo.
Yay, science. Yay, chiropractor. Okay. Here we go. Get situated.
Oh! New record! That's a new record!
Oh. I don't think I can feel my shoulder.
Well done.
Bro, I legit don't want to step it up to this next one.
Well,
That is painful.
what is the next one?
It rhymes with schmorfor. How far did I go?
This is where you stopped. Yeah, that's definitely the farthest
So
anyone.
like I started
Your
here,
front
so 2
wheels
whole
are
feet.
here. Yeah,
2 whole feet.
a new record.
So you know, I've shot a lot of big guns in my life, and I've been kicked by the biggest guns, I would say, in the entire world.
Yeah.
But I think that this next shot is going to be the most recoil I've ever absorbed in my entire life.
The most painful recoil.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because normally when I'm shooting these giant guns, I can rock. But can't really rock in that wheelchair. It is a
Nope.
wheelchair, not a rocking chair.
Nope.
So it just goes straight into your shoulder and then you move. This is going to be really bad. This is a Christian Firearms single shot falling block 4-bore. Has a 1-inch diameter bore, weighs around 20 pounds, and is going to be delivering 200 pounds of felt recoil. That is Houston in recoil form.
I'm pretty big.
And this is what we will be firing. This is the 4-bore round. That is a 2,150 grain bullet that is 1 inch in diameter. Oh man, I tell you, I was really excited about this video, but after feeling all those other guns in that chair, and I'm the recoil king, I'm dreading this one. This is gonna be violent.
I'm starting to understand why you had me for this one. Yeah.
Well, good news for you. I'm gonna take this shot,
Okay.
and then after you witness the carnage, If you choose to want to shoot it too, you are more than welcome.
Okay, that's very kind of you. I appreciate you're a gentleman and a scholar.
Well, I'm about to be a puddle of mush. So the record before now, at this point, is 700 BMG, 2.5 feet.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's what we got to beat. And I think we're going to beat it.
The way you're firing this is going to be a little bit different though, right?
Yes, I'm going to lean forward on this one.
Okay. Yeah.
For sure, because I just don't think it would be wise not to.
You might be tipping back.
I also don't want to pop a wheelie.
Yep.
So let's load this. Oh dear. All right. My wheels are in position.
If you get hurt too bad, we have the wheelchair for you, so, you know.
Oh, this is bad. Okay, am I good? I feel like I keep rolling. I pretty much lined up.
Yeah.
I'm acting like it's gonna matter. You know, normally I'm standing, but today I'm sitting, so I'm literally gonna ride the lightning. Okay, here we go. Woo! Oh! Yeah, buddy! Oh! Oh!
I think we did it. I think we got a new record. Almost 3 feet.
Holy cow. My brain hurts. Like,
You got a concussion?
I don't have a concussion, but that jarred my brain more than normal. Because there's nowhere for it to go.
Yeah.
So my brain's just like, like,
Well, after seeing that,
oh,
I'm a little lighter than you.
yeah.
Maybe I get more distance.
I bet you'll go further. I bet your brain won't hurt as much as mine either, because you're kind of used to that stuff.
I just have less brain cells.
Well, you'll have less after this too. Oh.
Yeah, you're on that one.
Oh. Hit that subscribe button. Okay, well, we're gonna load up one for Houston. And we're gonna see how far it moves him, because Houston, you weigh how much?
207.
And I'm about 250, 251, depending on what day. So he's a little lighter. So technically, he should move further. You're in the chair, you can't get out now.
I know.
Like, you've committed.
I see why there was some slight hesitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can't move, man. This is gonna be brutal.
Okay.
I mean, it's gonna be great. You're gonna be just fine.
As I always say, when in Kentucky.
You got it, man. Oh! Oh! There's no warning. Oh! Oh! There's no warning on that one. You just went for it.
I was scared.
Bro,
I think I popped up.
you went flying.
Did I beat your record?
I think you may have. You started here. So 1, 2, well, I don't know. Yeah, about
Pretty
the same.
similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I lifted off
I think you moved up.
and then came back.
It kicked you back some. It literally kicked you back.
Well, that was by far the most painful so far.
Well, thankfully for you and me both, that was it. That's the last gun today. I really did want to try the 950 JDJ, but there's no way to hold it.
Okay, yeah.
It's a bench gun, so unless we made a special chair to set it on, it's just not gonna happen. Maybe we'll do that one day.
To follow up. Hear me out though. Same idea. Ice skates.
Ice skates on ice.
On ice.
Oh, I thought for a second I was thinking like roller skates. That would work.
That too.
But this on ice skates.
Yeah.
You think they let me do that at the skating rink, or?
I don't see why not. I played bowling ball soccer there.
Guess I'll make a phone call. Well, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments section down below what you thought about today's video and what other gun science you'd like to see. Also,